Welcome back to Redcat Live, episode 93. You know this ugly face. I'm here every week. And guess who I brought? I brought the one, the only, the master taco chef himself, Mr. Aaron Mathiasen. Listen, this guy right here is such an awesome chef when it comes to tacos. He studied at the culinary of Carne Asada Brothers. He studied at the Tacos Hermanos down in Mexicali, Mexico. Dude, you have quite a bit of range of taco experience, but you still choose Taco Bell over regular tacos.
It's authentic. If you really look into it, Taco Bell is original, stolen from a taco shop.
Eric Sarceno says, "Oh my God, it's Aaron! Aaron."
I know. I made it in today.
Yes.
But Oscar had to pick me up. My truck broke down, had a dead battery. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
We still haven't been able to jump it, right? We've been waiting to find a way to jump his battery.
One day.
Yeah. Hopes and dreams and aspirations.
You never know.
Well, guys, thank you guys so very much for coming back, joining us yet for another installment, 93 in fact. And that's officially 93, but there's actually approximately like another 10, 15 episodes that don't have a name or a number to them because they were aired on Facebook during events and what have you. But Redcat Live here, man, it's been fun. It's been a great ride over the last year or 2 years, actually, officially. And it's been fun, man. It's been fun to see what you guys do back there in engineering. Whenever I can kind of peek over the wall, the veil, and it's fun to see what the guys are doing here in support and working with our customers, answering questions. It's just a group effort, right? Mm-hmm. Guys, we're going to kick off today's episode by saying you're not going to want to miss what that is. That's all I'm going to say. You're not going to want to miss what that is. We're gonna close the show with that. So it's worth waiting to see. Right?
Kind of a big deal.
It's kind of like it's
Redonkulous.
Right. It's kind of like Joe Lacey. It's kind of a big deal. But let's see what's up to a couple people, man. Roadside RC, how you doing, Troy? Thank you for so much for stopping by. Yoshi Rivera's in the house. Eric Sarceno, Chris from is it Motorified? Hey, I like that.
Something.
That's actually kind of
That's pretty cool, yeah.
James Rodriguez, thank you so much for swinging on by, sir. Nicholas Thomas, how you doing, man? K-Pax, what up? Juan Antonio Benrudez, how you doing, amigo? Hopefully you're doing well. Granada RC Trail Adventures, thank you for stopping by. Let's see. Derek Pixley, what's going on, good sir? Joe Lacey is in the house. Look at that.
He didn't make it to work today, but he made it to Facebook.
And some things are important, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And sometimes not missing these monumental shows that we sometimes come up with just random ways to keep people entertained and engaged.
Right.
Is something you shouldn't miss. Right?
I agree, yeah.
I mean, do you know any other RC company that, I'm not going to go there, but there isn't, just saying,
Not yet.
Don't say that. Someone might be gunning for my job, bro.
No.
Oh, man. Blue Cuban 71, what's going on from Globe, Arizona? Thank you for stopping by, man. Jay Mead, what's up, man? I know Jay Mead's heading out to Tandem. He's going to be slipping sideways with his RDS. Mm-hmm. Brian Simmons, what's good, man? V&B Speed. Wow. Bob's RC's in the house. Nicholas Thompson. John Michael Charron, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. I am, bro. Thank you. I am dropping some LBs. 34 to be exact and counting since December. So it's a small journey. I take it like, I'm losing like maybe 1 or 2 pounds a week sometimes a little bit more. It just depends on whether or not I want to be lazy and, not actually physically do any activities.
Too many tacos.
Yeah. I mean, dude, this is a workout when you eat tacos. Mm-hmm. Like the tilt. Like, I trained for this. Javier RC Adventures, how you doing, good sir? A lot of people. B&B Speed, Javier's RC Adventures. Shane's in the house. Oh my gosh. Shane McCula in the RDS. The S stands for Shane?
The E is silent.
The
E is silent.
Yeah. All right, man, guys. Well, thank you guys so very much for stopping on by. We're going to kick off the show by, kind of going over some things that happened last month. If you were not privy or did not know, we actually had what was called the Lowrider Madness sale going on when we were selling RC Lowriders, the entire lot with the exception of the LRH 285 Show Builders Kit for $100 off, right? That sale at this point, if you go on our website, I don't think the owners know yet, but it's still going on.
I haven't shut it off.
They haven't shut it off, so if
Oh,
you
you
still
better
want to
get in
get it,
there.
you know what I'm saying? You may not want to miss out. I noticed where I got in. I might even get in trouble for saying this. I don't know. Maybe I might have sparked another deal that might be coming. I don't know, but get it. Get it while you can, I'm telling you. But at the same time, not only did we have that Lowrider sale, but we also had the Lowrider Madness giveaway.
Okay.
Did you see any of that stuff going on?
Saw a little bit of it on there on the Instagram, the Facebook. Saw a little bit of everybody putting in their
2 cents?
their little 2 cents.
Right.
Yep.
So the way it worked, guys, is that we ask you guys, the community members, on all of our Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all of our social media platforms where we distribute our information. We wanted to know what you guys thought was going to be the hottest seller for the month of March, right?
March Madness.
No, it's
Lowrider
Lowrider
Madness.
Madness.
Yes,
Yeah. So if you guys did not know, this was the post that we were sharing with a lot of you guys, which you guys can see right here. We had the complete lineup from what you guys can. Where am I going? Oh, here we go. The complete lineup here and here, going up and down. And yeah, man, it was great. We had a lot of guesses. There was quite a bit of people that even guessed it right. So what we had to do is take that number of people that guessed it right and throw them in a random number generator to find out who was going to win.
Nice.
So I would say drum roll, please. And I actually have a drum roll feature on my mixing board, but I don't label my mixing board.
Yeah.
So I kind of suck at that. But I just want to say and give a big congratulations, if you guys haven't already seen the post, to not only Mr. Eli Magnus out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. The winning vehicle that sold the most in the month of March was indeed the Blue 64.
Nice.
And it actually beat the 59 by close to like 200 votes.
That's pretty cool.
And it beat the Monty by 300 and some odd votes. So it was intense, right? It was awesome to see. So Eli, thank you so very much for guessing right with a lot of you amazing other folks that also guessed it right. It was awesome to see. Thank you guys for participating. Eli Magnus, I did confirm with them. We were going to announce this on Monday, but I always want to make sure that I speak physically to the person that won before we announce it, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to just announce a name and all of a sudden, this person is a ghost or, doesn't respond. So we usually give about a 48-hour turnaround time. If they don't respond within that time frame, they forfeit and we redraw again. So,
and you said Albuquerque?
This Albuquerque.
So maybe he went to the Lowrider Super Show there.
He might have.
He's a Lowrider guy.
I did talk to him. He did say that he was a fan of the Redcat Lowrider scene.
Oh, okay.
He's been out of the hobby for some time, and he was just excited that this was going to be his way back in.
Awesome. That's
So
what we need.
That's exactly right. That was a win. So thank you guys so very much, everyone that participated. You guys are awesome. We're not done doing these kinds of things. As the year progresses, I'm sure you guys are going to see another one come up, especially when we get closer to that time where it's time to guess what's next, right? We're not there yet, but it's coming here pretty soon. So big shout out, Eli Magnus. Again, thank you so much. You're the winner. Congratulations. He actually chose to take home a Blue 59.
Awesome.
So that's
Congratulations.
what we're sending him out. So moving on forward, did any of you guys take a look at what happened on April Fool's on the Redcat pages? Did you know?
I think, yeah.
Yeah. I think we need to hash this out because it was kind of like I don't know, like I felt like it was like the tater tot of April Fool's jokes. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of, yeah.
Like almost like it reminded me of my favorite treat at TGIF's, potato skins.
Oh, like the true Idahoan potato.
Yeah. And it reminded me of Lay's chips. So it was kind of fun, but
kind of laid it out there for you.
Yeah, it was totally doable. You know a little bit about the said product.
Yeah.
So I have an image of it, but the product that we were talking about that we try to mess with everyone was called the SP-UD. And for those of you that don't know, it's a shorthand term for a spud, which is
SP-UD.
SP-UD. Exactly. So, guys, if you guys didn't get a chance to see it, this is our
look at
latest
that
drop.
boy.
Look at this beautiful.
It's hot.
Oh man, I ordered at least 15 of these bad boys. They're hot. I mean, like
Literally.
baking hot. You know, butter and chives and bacon bits were extra
Everywhere.
Right. The accessories that come with this is a little bit of sour cream. Maybe a little bit of salt and pepper.
And now, like when you when you do get one, you can kind of write it off as a food, not necessarily an RC car.
So does that mean technically that this is a nutritionist hobby?
Nutritional, yeah, it's
Right?
a health food.
It's a health food.
It's healthy. RC is healthy.
I mean, it is kind of carb loading, right?
Yeah.
It's carb loading for your RCs.
It's a high C rating. Yeah.
Dude, listen, guys. So this is. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I fell into this trap because the owner of the company decided to do this on his own and didn't tell the guy who schedules the post that it was happening. So I'm sitting there, on my way to take my kid to his tutoring session Saturday morning, and I'm like, "What is this?" And I open it up, and I'm just like, "Oh."
Yeah.
So just to clarify, it's not a real vehicle. It's not something we're going to offer
Yet.
But indeed, it was a way to just kind of have fun with the community. We had quite a bit of people that were displeased.
It was a loaded post. I understand. Yes.
A loaded post. I love it. I love it. Oh, man. I mean,
a Volcano 16 with a potato may or may not be
how does
in my office.
How does one, turned into an international version of it? Like maybe make it French. Like
I don't know.
Does one have to,
I'm not sure.
Fry it up? Like how does that work?
We don't want anything fried because that would insinuate that we have a problem with our electronics.
Yeah, no, we definitely don't. So, yes. What else can the Spud do?
It's like you can roll it down a hill.
Okay, I can see that. I'm wondering, what kind of accessories can come with it on top of it?
I heard that some of them will grow their own.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
They sprout.
Yeah. It'll spring. Yeah. I don't know.
Listen, I'm done with the foolery and debauchery. But, guys, this was fun. It was awesome to see. 50 miles per hour flying by you. I love it. If it breaks, we can repair it at the grocery store.
For sure, yeah. You could get a body at any Kroger, Fry's, whatever you may have near you.
Roadside RC says, please make this.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's vegan?
It's vegan.
Is it vegan?
Well, technically it is, right?
Yeah.
It's there's no additives, right? It's
right. All natural.
All natural. Exactly. Are the tires like organic too? Like is that what we have to go to?
We got to be careful because I was thinking about making the tires out of like potato peelers.
Oh,
it could be like a full contact.
So instead of tires being like pizza cutters when they balloon, we got potato peelers.
Yeah, I don't know. We're working on it though. Soon. Stay tuned.
I love it. All right, guys. Well, that was a Spud. It was a great time. We saw not a lot, but we saw at least one other manufacturer having a great time with April Fools. We love it. We love being a part of it. It's kind of been our MO. We missed it last year. We had a good one for you guys last year, and we just
you never know.
Went down swinging. It just didn't happen in time. But yeah, the Spud never possibly coming to a
grocery store near you.
Yeah. Small scale is tater tot.
Yes.
Yeah. Is that like the micros?
Yeah, it's like a mini potato or one of those. Yeah.
So would a red potato kind of be like a micro?
Yeah, kind of. I think so. Yeah, we could do that. Better than the onion.
Right. All right, guys. So that was a Spud. We loved it. It was a fun time. Thank you guys so much for participating and enjoying in the laughter with that. That was always good. One of the next things we're going to bring is kind of twist it up a little bit. Last week, we did touch base on the Machete and what was to be expected on the Machete now that the parts were made available. So I figured now would be a great time to bring Aaron in to kind of go into a little bit more in depth as to what transpired over the course of a couple weeks. Exactly. We did see some videos being posted by some of the guys that initially were catching some of these issues. And one of the things that they mentioned was we must have known that this was an issue because how quickly we were able to make this happen and get them into these folks at Bottom's hands. So there's a lot of misconceptions, and instead of allowing them to go out there and spread the fake news, we figured, you know what, let's just go straight at it. Let's let you guys know what the facts are and what transpired with the progression
how
of
it
these
happened.
parts, right?
So yeah, unfortunately, as you guys know, we did launch the vehicle. We did run into some issues with the centering of the the threaded rod, or the turnbuckle, if you want to call it that, inside the arm, and it wasn't being centered, or it was, offset to one side. We had mixed reviews, right? Some folks were having problems with them, some were, some won't. So before it got out of control, because we sold a good amount of these trucks, we wanted to nip this in the bud. This is a new platform. It's not what we intended. So we got on it right away. So pretty much as soon as we saw the videos, we started looking, went through all of our, our data from our testing, what we broke, what we didn't, and checked the materials. Is there something different with the material, this, that? Nope. It just turns out that when they mass produce them, some of them, the jig that they used to center this wasn't centered.
For the grub screw inside, right?
Correct, yeah. So it's supposed to be centered. Some people thought it needed to be to one side, some people to the other, but ideally it was supposed to be centered. So what we did is we just went into SolidWorks, which is what we design all of our cars in, and we made, obviously, the grub screw longer, and we added a bunch of material around those areas.
And that grub screw is substantially longer.
Yeah,
guys.
I believe it's, the original one was around 40 millimeters, and I want to say the new one is around 62 or 64 millimeters.
Right. So the original guys only went to about right there.
Just a little bit past.
Right. Just barely passing the red anodized section. You guys can see that the mold was recreated to elongate the section on both the front and the back to allow, I'm assuming, more bite.
Yeah, we just wanted to have a little bit more material around where the rod was now, because we did lengthen it. We didn't need to create a new mold. We just needed to modify the one that was already in existence.
So no new mold was created, which we know can be painstaking.
Very expensive and time consuming, but they were able to, obviously, we work really well with our factories. They saw that we had the problem right away, and they're able to modify the mold. We're using same materials. They were able to source the threaded rod, which is just, them cutting it a little bit shorter or longer, depending on how you want to look at it. And yeah, they're able to airship those bad boys out. So
right. So if we were to wait, like a lot of our main bigger products that come in huge boxes, be it a Kaiju, be it the Machete in the boxes themselves, it would be a shipping container, right? And that would take
months.
Yeah, just agonizing.
When it gets picked up at the port, how long to get across the ocean, customs.
So to be able to have a relationship like the one we had with the factory, that we were able to tell them, hey, we have a problem, and then halt everything that was being done to modify the mold that was already in place, and then airship them next day to us, was the quickest way that we were able to get them in our hands and get them out to you guys. Now, with that said, we only got enough to cover the vehicles that were already in production, which is why we can't launch the Machete out just yet, as we are waiting for the allotment, larger amounts, to arrive. And for those of you guys that want to know, hey, I've seen videos, it's getting abused, and this thing's taking a beating now. This is legitimately a cool truck. I want it. Where can I get it? When is it going to be back on sale?
Soon.
Right? Very soon. In fact, so soon that right now the projected time frame, and this might skew or kind of move up and down depending on how quickly we can get these parts, the rest of these parts back in our hand. We're looking at potentially launching this thing the week of the 17th of this month. So just a little bit over
a couple of weeks.
12 days from now. So almost 2 weeks from now, we should have potentially the Machete launch again. The parts that were upgraded are the arms for the front and the rear.
Yes, sir.
The center driveline.
Yes.
Which is solid now. It no longer has a hole inside of it. If you want more information on that, guys, in the description of this video, there's a video that our very own Mr. Matt LeMay made to highlight and explain everything in depth as to what was done to modify and correct the problem, as well as how to replace those parts for those of you guys that want that. The video is timestamped multiple times so that you guys can get the information that you solely require. In the description of this video, there's also the link on the updates, starting from when we saw the problem and started making an update to when we actually released the parts. And it actually is stamped by the dates as well. So if there's any questions out there, please take a look. It's full of information for you guys. Anyone that bought a 4S will get the arms and the shafts and the lower shock cups, right? Is that what they're called?
Shock ends.
Shock ends, as well as a Y connector, an XT90 Y connector, so that you can use two 2S batteries
Yep.
in the vehicle. Something that we noticed didn't come in the
Correct.
product that was supposed to have it
It's
originally.
supposed to be in there, and then it just didn't make it in there.
Right.
So we're making sure you guys get it now.
Right. The 6S is going to have all the things that I mentioned, with the exception of the Y harness, because that did come in the box for those people. For all of you guys that do purchase the vehicle moving forward, we're going to include these parts in the box for you guys to have. So if and once it breaks, you have the parts to replace them and upgrade them with the upgraded parts as you go. Once we're done with that allotment of vehicles that we have in our possession and the next order that is being worked on as we speak, from the factory, they're going to come with the upgraded parts already installed, and it won't be an issue going forward.
Yep.
So there's also something that that Aaron just received. And what is that?
This is a potential upgrade. So we're noticing your guys are going up on the diff fluids and wanting to add a lot more punch and a lot more power, to get the thing to backflip and do some other things, because it's a long chassis and you need a little bit more power, a little more wheel speed, get it to rotate. And some of you guys they called it, I believe, Twizzlering the drive shaft.
Yeah.
It really wasn't, made to withstand some of that shock and abuse with the diff oils and stuff like that. So for the guys that are wanting to do that, we're going to be coming out with a solid steel drive shaft. So obviously the front and the rear, and we just got these in for testing. So we're going to be working on these, and hopefully we'll have these soon. That's what I will say.
So, can you run us through some of the testing? Because I know I've been out with you, and you're not kind to these things.
No, I have to pretend to be like the best, worst driver in the world. So
Which is easy for you.
Which is easy, yeah, it comes naturally, right? But we do, a ton of destructive testing is what I'm going to call it. We've got some walls, we've got some other things, and we rough and tumble them, and everything is going to break at some point in time, and it's just determining on whether that should have broke or, there's so many different things in play: materials, the length of the parts, temperature, and what environment we're in. If we're running on asphalt, dirt, and grass, there's what are people are going to do with it? What do we expect the vehicle to be able to do? Like, what's our target? We can make something that's probably indestructible, but unfortunately, you're not going to be able to afford it.
Yeah,
and that's kind of where we're at. We're trying to give you the best that we can within a reasonable budget. So maybe you can get something a little bit larger, or something to have a little more fun with for a little bit less price.
Absolutely. I think one of the biggest things that I've always enjoyed about us is that we've tried to give the most that we can for the money that they're spending, right?
Yeah.
And I see a lot of potential for these vehicles. I've already seen people replace the motors ENCs in these things and trying to make them speed run cars.
Yeah.
And having a good time with them.
No, that's what you're supposed to do.
Right. And, one question, if I may ask, that I kind of seen is people want to know, why not one piece? Arms.
On the arms?
Yeah.
Well, the idea is for some of you guys that come from maybe some different backgrounds are used to a single piece arm. We chose to do the 3-piece arm, because you can replace either end if you happen to break one of the either ends, and then also you can alter your camber on the vehicle. So like certain vehicles you're not allowed to if you have a single piece one piece upper. So with this, if you wanted, you could take this off and you could shave this red piece down. You could take a millimeter off of it and give your car a little more camber depending on how you want it. So it's meant to be installed with this on here, but the idea is that the user can replace either end if they break it. So like when we sell these on the website, you can either buy the complete arm, or if you just happen to break an inner, you don't have to buy a complete arm. You can buy just the inners or just the outers. So it's just a little more modular, and it gives the customer a little bit more variable. So if you break something, you don't have to buy the whole thing. You can buy just a little piece here, a little piece there, and then it gives you obviously styling, right? Yeah. We've got a lot of red highlights on the vehicles, so we decide, try and make it look a little different than what everybody else has. So, but just adaptability, and then you can, like I said, you can modify this and change it, and change your settings. Just something a little different for the user, just not just a single piece.
I like it, because there's a lot of ways that one can look at it and think, well, it's engineering, it's this, it's that. I was like, the fact that anyone can think outside the box to do something that has already been in existence, but do it in a different way that does the exact same thing, I find that genius. I'm saying? I think that's great. Personally, for me, even if you wanted to remove camber, you could probably take it out and add a spacer right?
Yeah.
To go that route as well. And these bad boys were actually
They're pretty stiff.
pretty stiff. So, you know, the good thing is, guys, they're there now. They're available. We're working on getting a huge batch order so that we can put the machete back for sale online for you guys, as well as take care of any potentials in the future that can come of it. So thank you guys, the entire community that worked diligently, that saw this as an issue, whistle blew, and really kind of said, hey, guys, look, listen here. Some of you guys weren't too kind about it, and I get it.
That's
I
okay.
totally understand.
They paid for it.
Exactly. You know, you have every right to your opinion, and we value that at the same time.
Yep, 100%.
We learn from our mistakes, and we're proud that when there's an issue like this, as a team, as a whole, we all came together. We came in this exact room, and we're like, what is the issue? Boom, 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 boom. From marketing to engineering to the owner, we had a full plan on how we wanted to do this, and we had that choice at that moment where the owner was like, I want full transparency. And we all looked at him. We're like, yeah, we're with you there. We back you up, and that is where it led us. So, thank all you guys for continuing to support us. Dealing with the growing pain that happened with this product. We hope that now that it's has these parts, that you guys are going to go out there and enjoy it. We've been seeing some really awesome videos being shared of these things being abused, and just having an all-out good time with. So we look forward to what the future can hold for the machete. Let me double check, make sure there's any questions here. Any chance of a brushless Piranha?
Not for the price point. Probably.
Yeah, for the price point, I wouldn't say so. You know, the Piranha's a very much a real entry-level RC vehicle. I mean, it still has Phillips head screws on it. You know, in retrospect, I think it even has a 2-in-1 ESC
combo
receiver combo. So it's a very budget-friendly car in that matter. Could one put brushless in it? Yeah, but you'd be removing the electronics to do so, and then using standalone electronics thereof. I don't know. Great suggestion. You know, I'm sure
we can write it down.
Yeah, we'll put a pin in that, and who knows, what the future can hold. But those are the things we love hearing. So thank you for sharing. Casey, are we going to RC Block Boy show in September? Yes or no?
So a definite maybe.
That's a maybe at this time. I'm not sure. I have 3 events going on in September, including my own for the Autism Awareness event. So it just depends on what weekend that falls on. I'll look into it, Casey. Crow Below, what's going on, man? Thank you for stopping by. Let's see here.
Yeah, and if you want to blame anyone for these, you can just blame me. It's fine.
Right. Seth Carranza, no, we have not talked about the Southgate show. I have not had anyone share much information with me after the fact. I will get with Martin to get some photos, and hopefully we can highlight that next week for you guys.
Nitro. I don't know if we're coming out with anything new Nitro. It's definitely been brought up a few times, but right now I think electric is kind of where everybody's at. And with fuel and everything, it's
right.
ETA.
I mean, don't you enjoy driving little mini Teslas with remotes everywhere?
It's great, yes.
But yeah, I love Nitro. I mean, I'm a fanatic of it in general. I can't tune worth hell, man.
It's expensive, and it's really hard for entry-level people into the hobby. It can be very frustrating.
Yeah.
The electric is unfortunately a little bit better for the entry-level customer. It's plug and play.
Right. Guys, for all you guys that are part of the RC Lowrider scene, and maybe not, maybe you like something a little bit different. We're going to change gears and show you something that we told you guys we're going to share. That's right here.
Is this here or this or this?
Oh God, they're all so great, What? Oh, geez. Okay, what do we have here, bro?
These are the 26ers.
The 26ers. Ooh. 2.6 inches of gorgeousness.
These
right?
ones?
I think so.
Or did you want to look at these ones?
You guys have been asking weekly about these wheels and when we're going to have them available. We finally, thankfully, have the
I believe
samples.
These are pre-production samples.
Right.
They look pretty production.
Right. Pre-production samples have arrived for us to take a look at, guys. And we have 4 versions. But
we have more than 4.
Oh, wow.
I can't. There's so many versions.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, now you got me. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to turn this section over to you then, because I need to be educated.
This is, well, we have 4 base versions, right? So we
Right.
have the 4 SKUs. So what we're going to do is we have 4 new wheel styles being offered. 3 of them are going to be included in this pack here. So we've got the 3 different wheel styles. Let me see.
Let me show them a little close up.
Yeah, you get them there. So we've got, like you can see there on the camera, we've got the gold.
Hide your face there.
It's got, get out of the way.
Get in the middle.
You're good. Yeah. So the package is going to come with a set of 4 of the barrels, and then you're going to have 3 different wheel styles to choose from. And along with those wheel styles, you're going to get the center caps, the wheel nuts, all the screws to put it together, and then you're going to have pretty much everything you need here. So you're going to be able to pull these out and say you want to go with these traditional 5 spokes. And for those of you that don't know, these are actually the wheel is the tire is directional. So you're going to have 2 left tires and 2 right tires. So you're going to want to take a look at that. And then you're going to have 2 different offsets available. So you can either run the car like you can put it on this side, and it's going to have a little bit of a shallower offset, or you can grab one of the other ones and you can run it with a little bit more of a deep dish look. I don't know if you guys can see those. Oscar's the wizard with the camera here. But
you can see the
little bit more lip. So if you've seen the teaser in the RDS video, you'll note that you saw Monte Carlo in there with these wheels on there. And in that video, and at a lot of the events that we've been at lately, we've been bringing that car, and they are staggered. So a couple of customers, or potential customers, I'm going to say, noticed them, and they did notice that they are staggered. So with the 3 styles that you have here, you can choose to have a larger lip or a smaller lip. And then when we go to these wheels, which are, I think these are round as well. They're nice and
round wheels,
round ones. Yep, nice, and we got the chrome and we've got the gold. You can take these. These ones are going to come pre-assembled though, ready to go. And then you just have the
center cap.
The center cap, and underneath one of the other wheels, somewhere in here, the packaging nightmare is the nuts. So it's going to have a set of lock nuts, and then a set of the center caps that press in over the top. These you can mix and match a lot easier than what people are doing with our other wheels, with the Daytons. These are actually a 3-piece wheel.
You can take the screws out and separate them.
Yes, sir. So there's 12 screws on the back of each wheel. They're going to be like a stainless color, so they blend in with the chrome. They're not black like you maybe seen on some of the other ones. And then you can actually change out the rear spokes and the front spokes.
So you can do like a gold and chrome combo.
You can do gold and chrome.
Or even like paint them.
Yeah, you could paint them or whatever you want to do. We made it so they, as you guys saw the other ones, when they chromed those ones, they chromed them together. But on these, we asked them to chrome them separately. So you can pull them apart without breaking them. And then you just happen to be like, oh, I want spokes, I want gold barrels, or do I want chrome, gold? You need more tires. We're going to have it so you can pretty much mix and match them to whatever you want. So
and what size hexes do these come with?
These are a 12 mil hex, so they're going to fit. Obviously, we've designed them to fit anything that's going to be 12 millimeters. The steering will be reduced, obviously, as will your ride height. Potentially, you're not going to be able to slam the car as much without maybe making some modifications. But we have them in gold and in chrome. I didn't bring any other ones, but we mix matched them at the LA Super Show. So if somebody was there, they saw them. Where we had like a gold barrel with an alternating gold and chrome spokes, or you could do a chrome barrel with all gold spokes, or whatever you wanted. But yeah, you can take them apart and mix and match them. And yeah, kind of make them whatever you want, paint them. You want to get buck wild with the 3D printer and print your own design for the center.
Yeah, you can definitely
whatever you want to do.
And so to answer your question, someone said, does it fit the 64? Actually, they'll fit any car that has 12 millimeter hexes.
Correct.
So they will fit the 64 Monty and all those vehicles. Yep. You may not be able to lay out as far on the frame with these because of the big wheels.
The size.
It's going to hit the inner wheel wells, right?
Hits the wheel well. So on the 64, we have them on one in the back. We have it on the 59. We've tried it on everything here. We've had them on crawlers, even out in the warehouse and jumping over pallets and stuff like that, trying to break them. But yeah, they'll fit on anything. You are going to, like you said, the steering is going to be reduced because it's not going to hit.
These really quick.
Yeah, those are the.
So these will be your chrome spokes. And then gold, hopefully it'll come through because of the green screen in the back. But
And the gold, it matches the rest of our gold accessory kits for any of the other cars that we have. And then, like I said, you can mix and match whatever offsets you want. And then, yeah, they're just a couple different. And then on a couple of these styles that we have here, obviously the 5-spoke it's universal. It's going to be left or right-handed. You're not going to know the difference. But on some of these alternating pattern wheels, there's actually lefts and rights. So the spokes, you can either angle them to go forward or backwards. So I don't know how hard that is to see. There's light everywhere. But there's a left and a right there. And the center caps are going to be the same.
right. And
So
these,
those just press on.
right. And so the name that we chose for these is the 26ers. And just to clarify, they're 2.6 inches tall, right? The wheel itself. With tire, what are you thinking? So hair over?
They're super low pro.
Right. I'm going to see if we can show you guys here, because I got to block his
My
grill
aura.
here. There we go.
Yeah, and then maybe the other chrome will show up a little bit different. You can see it, but yeah, you can mix and match. So we can grab.
And these can also flip to get a bigger barrel or a different offset?
Not the spokes.
Okay.
The other wheels you can. So
Okay.
you could do we can mix and match here. It's like Legos.
This offset is going to be, on the spokes is going to be
On
what
the
it is.
spokes, the spokes go in on the larger offset side
Okay.
because they are a little bit deeper because we did make them so they can be separated.
Okay.
So unfortunately, with us making them more customizable for you, we can't run a bigger lip on them, but they still look really good. So then you can, like I said, you can do kind of whatever you want. Yeah, pretty much anything. You can do chrome, gold, whatever you want to do. If you want to do them reversed, a lot of people.
Here's what the packaging is going to look like, guys. And if you guys remember our mod wheels from previous years, this kind of takes that same kind of a feel,
A philosophy.
but we also learned some things from the other ones. And now we will have the 26ers available, right?
Soon.
This box will be 3 styles included, right? Adjustable offset, genuine Redcat high riser tires, like that. That's pretty cool. There's the back of the box itself with the different descriptions of the wheels and the offset changes. They are 25.5 millimeters wide and 2.6 inches tall. The spokes,
Same thing.
same thing, 26ers, chrome or gold. They'll break down in the back. So these bad boys at this time, as mentioned, these are the pre-production, but we're so excited that when we got them, we've been teasing you guys about them for so long, that we thought it'd be a great time to just kind of show them, and get you guys an idea of what's coming, right? Once Aaron kind of runs through the paces, double checks everything on these, which he already started doing. So we'll go ahead and kind of get a better idea of how long it's going to be before we actually get them and they arrive in our possession. I would venture to say, I did have something written down. What was it? Okay. We're looking at an ETA of May. So next month.
Just May.
Just May. Sometime next month, we'll have these bad boys available. Tony, good call, man. Yeah, on a Blazer, they'll look good because they're nice and big.
Right.
For those of you guys that have been putting truck bodies on the LRH chassis or the Monte Carlo chassis, these will kind of look dope. They're really cool. If you have an SUV body as well, kind of goes hand in hand. I know that this is for you, Harley, because I know you don't watch the show, but someone's going to take this section and send it to you. It'll probably be me.
I wonder if he's going to any events that we're going to.
If he does, we should totally show him these.
He should hook us up, yeah.
He says he's not going to talk about our products anymore.
Never again.
Until we talk about these. Yoshi, price has not been determined just yet. Once we get them in and assess what the total value to investment ratio is, we'll definitely know what price point we'll be dropping these at.
Yeah.
So, guys, that is it in a nutshell, right? What did we cover today? We talked about the Lowrider Madness sale that was going on last month. We talked about the winningest lowrider that sold the most in the month of March. Congratulations to Magnus for winning. We talked about the April Fool's joke with this SPUD, right? Had a good time
Beautiful.
with that. We went over the machete, the updated parts, some other upgraded parts like the steel drive lines that are also in the works right now that Aaron's going to start testing. And once we have that all done, we'll put them in production and hopefully make them available to the rest of the community as well. If you purchased a machete and you have not been contacted for any reason through your hobby shop and or us, please feel free to reach out to support@redcatracing.com so that we can make you whole. We want to make sure we take care of everyone. You guys are primary on the list to get taken care of while we have these allotted amount of products available for those customers. In the meantime, we're working on producing a lot of these parts so that we can relaunch the machete. And again, we're going to start relaunching the machete sometime the week of the 17th of this month. So keep that in mind, guys. If you want more information, you have a machete and you want more info on what's going on, check out the link in the description of this video. It'll send you to a website page where we have all of the up-to-date info on the machete as well as what is going on and really high detail on the updates that we did and Aaron worked on diligently on these parts, as well as a video that we released on how to replace the parts that also speaks in high detail on the product and what was done. So big shout out to Matt LeMay. You did a great job on that, brother. Until next time, guys, keep the wheels turning, keep the rubber side down.
And Tony Gutierrez
Redcat Tools.
may have something for you soon.
No, really?
May never know.
Teddy Wesby, where you at? You heard it. Oh, man, we're out. You guys stay blessed. And for all you guys that do participate in and acknowledge, happy Easter coming up this coming weekend. We hope that you guys have a safe and enjoyable time with your family. But you guys stay blessed. Have a good time. And we'll see you guys next week. Same time, same channel.
Throw these in the garbage, you think?
No, I'm taking this for mine. I wonder if I could trade these for tacos.
No.